Hi, my name's Walt Hayes. I teach the Project Make class here at Annalee, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the class and show you some of the things we're doing and hopefully answer some questions. So thanks for showing up. I've got a little slide deck. A little bit about me. This is my 17th year teaching at Annalee. I taught math for over the first half of my tenure here, and 8 years ago I started teaching computer programming. And 5 years ago, I started teaching the Project Make classes and our AP Computer Science class, our advanced programming class. And now that's what I teach. So I have 3 Project Make classes, 3rd period, 4th period, and 7th period this year. So before teaching, I spent 14 years at a software company in the Bay Area. And I started out as employee number 3, and I ended up, at the end, I was managing all of our product development. 120-person company, $10 million of sales. I left that job to become a teacher because I wanted to try teaching. It was something I thought I always wanted to do, and thankfully I like doing it. So anyway, I'm glad to be at Annalee teaching your kids. I wish we were in person and not distance learning. Pardon me. My 2 sons went to Annalee. They're 22 and 24 now. So Project Make offers a unique opportunity, pardon me again, sorry, to explore, discover, and create with a variety of hands-on projects and activities. Now, normally, in person, we've got really cool toys. We've got 2 laser cutters that are cutting and engraving wood, cardboard, and other materials like acrylic, even stone. We have a vinyl cutter for making stickers, 3D printers, several 3D printers, and a CNC mill for it's like imagine a cordless drill on a robot arm, drilling away wood. We've also got, regular tools and soldering irons and all kinds of things. In the class, even in a distance learning mode, we're gonna do a unit on solar power. But if we get back together, or when we get back together in person, we'll do a unit on where we actually build these solar suitcase off-grid power kits. Anyway, so obviously in our distance learning context, we don't have all of those cool things to work with. So you might ask, Mr. Hayes, what are we doing? And what we're doing right now is we're learning the tools that we will use to control those machines. So far we've been doing a lot in our 3D modeling software, which is called Tinkercad. And if your student hasn't shown you some of the cool things they've made, you should ask them to show you, because they've already made some really cool things. We're also doing projects in something called Gravit, which is a free vector drawing website. Our laser cutters and the vinyl cutters use vector drawing files to drive our creation there. So the skills we're learning in Gravit are all applicable to our work later when we get back to in-person learning. And then in a few weeks, I'm going to do a unit doing some simple computer programming using a block-based programming language. Because it's a maker-related thing to know how to program. And then also during the year, we're gonna this fall at some point students will either create for the first time or update a resume if they already have a resume for finding a job. And that's because this is a career tech ed class. It's something we did normally even when we were in person. So every assignment offers opportunity for creativity and exploration and extension. There's links on my website if students want to go do other things, extensions. I'm available by email if students are stuck and need help outside of class. Normally, I encourage everyone to stay on the Zoom call until they're done with that day's work. So we'll talk about that more in a minute. In fact, right now. My policy for our Zoom classes is students should stay on the Zoom call and finish the day's assignment. And if they finish the day's assignment, I'm fine with them logging off early, provided they're caught up. So sometimes students are behind, say they were absent and they didn't do work from a previous class. Finishing any particular day's work would be a great time while you're there, while I'm there, to get to work on making up makeup work. So that's how I'd like to see it go. I record, if I'm showing a demo of a new skill, I record a video of that and I post if it's appropriate. I put slide deck or in the video in the Google Classroom so kids can watch it later. I accept late work without penalty up to big milestones like the end of the first quarter, or if we're ending a big unit. And I'll warn everybody. I'll say, hey, I'll accept anything from so far this semester up until this point, and then it'll be marked missing forever. So, and as I said already, students who fall behind for any reason, they can use extra time on any given Zoom class to catch up and get help. So our routine is like this on either Monday or Tuesday, depending on which period your student is in my class. We have an 80-minute Zoom class, and there's an assignment, one or more assignments. Kids work on it and turn them in before leaving. So that's the ideal, that they've finished everything. It's done before 80 minutes are up. Sometimes things go over that amount of time, but usually, my impression and my experience is most kids are finishing everything during class, which is how I'd like it. I don't want them to have homework in Project Make. Wednesdays, I give an asynchronous assignment. I post it before 8 in the morning on Wednesday. And sometimes I post a short video. Often I'll post a video that shows them how to do it. So if it's something that would be appropriate to show them how to do it, I show them how to do it. And that way they can get help right from the video if they're stuck. Those Wednesday assignments are due Wednesday at midnight if students want to not be marked absent for Wednesday. And then finally, Thursday or Friday, depending on which period your student is in my class, we do another Zoom session with another project. So those are the, I just came back because it seems we're talking to a blank screen. Let's see. The main hub for our class is the Google Classroom. I'll show you that in just a sec. And I also have my own website. It's dog8myhomework.com, which has assignments and things on it. I use the Aries portal for grades. I update grades at least once a week. If you're interested in receiving an email from me regarding grades once a week, you can put your email address in the Google form that should be linked next to where you got this video in the Back to School PDF. The best way to contact me is by email, since my school phone just goes to voicemail since I'm working from home. And now I want to show you how things work. So I'm gonna we're gonna start by hopping over to the Google Classroom. Here's Google Classroom with my 5 classes in it. So your student would be either in my 3rd period class, or 4th period, or 7th period. And let's just look at 3rd period. Here's an assignment, the Wednesday assignment. You can click here, and then there's instructions on the assignment, and then students will turn their work in using this button here. Either they get something out of their Google Drive, or they turn in a link, or they turn in a file, and then they say they say turn in, and then I can see it on the other end. So there's a stream here where they see what's going on, or they can come over to the classwork side and see the work that that they have to do. Popping back to, I'm going to show you Gravit here. This is Gravit Designer, the free version, and this was an assignment I'm having students do on Thursday and Friday, the 24th and 25th of September. So they were to do their initial and put it inside of a shape, and then there's, I'm going to show you, I'm going to do this union function where it's made these shapes come together. And then I'm going to turn off the fill and turn on the border, and there we go. We've got a little design. This is something we could cut a sticker out of or laser cut. That's that. So I just wanted you to see that. Then I wanted you to see this thing called Tinkercad. This is where we've been doing a lot of work also. This is an example I gave students of one of our recent projects. It may look like just absolute mayhem. This was our assignment from Monday and Tuesday this week. But what it actually is a bunch of shapes that when you look from the big picture, you can see they cast a shadow. So you see each one of these pieces is a separate movable thing, and together, when you zoom in, you can see the shadow is just beautiful. In this case, I made a hummingbird drinking from a flower. Students had to make a simple one, a more complicated one, and then one that had that used the absence of shadow as its key point. Anyway, you can see there's lots of opportunity for creativity. I'm trying to make the Wednesday assignments be more of the hands-on variety, since all this other stuff is on the computer. And I do feel badly for students who signed up for Make wanting to make stickers, because we're not going to be making stickers until we're in person. But as I said at the beginning, we're going to be learning the skills so that when it does come time to make stickers or laser cut things or 3D print things, that we'll be ready to roll. So thank you for watching the video all the way to now. I realized just looking at the time that I went longer than I was supposed to. Sorry to take so long of your time. And anyway, I hope everybody in your family is well and safe. And if you have any questions, you can send me an email anytime. So thanks for watching. Looking forward to a great year.